Tennessee has just passed a law known as Bentley's Law. Under that law, if a defendant is convicted of vehicular homicide due to intoxication or aggravated vehicular homicide, and the victim, the person that was killed, was the parent of a minor child or children, then the court that sentences the defendant for the crime of vehicular homicide has to order that defendant to pay restitution to the children in the form of maintenance or child support until that child or children reach the age of 18 or graduate from high school. The bill goes on to require that the court determine an amount that would be reasonable and necessary for the maintenance and support of that victim's child, and give some factors the courts are going to have to consider. One of those factors is the financial needs and resources of the child. Another one is the financial resources and needs of the surviving parent, the guardian, or in some cases, the State Department of Children's Services if the children are in the department's custody. The big one, though, is the standard of living to which the child is accustomed. And that's what we're going to talk about here, because this law seems to require the court to consider the wealth of the parent that was killed and determine an amount that would be reasonable to compensate the children for that loss of wealth. So what you're going to end up having is situations where a wealthy person was killed by a drunk driver, and those children get more money than perhaps the children of a person who was poor and did not have a lot of means. And you're going to have a disproportionate amount or disproportionate amounts for those two situations. It's going to be interesting to see what the courts do with that. The bill goes on to say that if a defendant is incarcerated because of the crime, then they have to start paying within a year after they're released from prison. So those are some of the factors that go into this bill or into this legislation. Tell me what you think about this. What do you think is going to happen in the future? Do you think that's a good law? Do you think it's fair? Do you think there are going to be problems in the future? Let me know. Write in your comments below what you think of this bill.